I remember walking up and down the hallway, and he specifically said to me, "I can tell you're in pain by the way I was walking," which was just like really reassuring to me, because I felt like it was getting so bad, but no one really believed me that it was as bad as it was, or like that it was in my head, or I was looking for attention or whatever, you know. I'm Haley, and this is my mom, Carrie. I was a competitive cheerleader for many years, and every year around like sometime I would have a bad landing and I would feel it in my heel area. We would just kind of ice it, and in a couple days it would go away. And then my coach was like, "You can't just keep sitting out, either go to the doctor and like get cleared, or like if there's something wrong." So that's when we went to the doctor, and there was a bone spur.
So it was going to be a calf extension, I don't know the exact term for that, where they would just extend the muscle in her calf so it wouldn't be pulling.
The surgery went well, but I had a nerve block in the back of my knee, so I couldn't feel anything from my knee down. But then once the nerve block wore off, I was in like excruciating pain, like screaming.
She started saying, "Mom, my toes are killing me." She would get these shocks that are going down under her toes where she would like kick her foot, literally like she couldn't even control them.
And at dinner, and just my foot would, you know.
So much pain, so much pain. We kept telling the doctor, "What is going on? She's getting these shocks, you know, blah, blah, blah." And the doctor would say, "Oh, it's just the numbness wearing off." Come to find out, which we find out later, that it was actually the nerves being strangulated.
We had seen other doctors. Like, I was diagnosed with the nerve damage. Like, I had many nerve tests, nerve scans, like at hospitals and stuff, where they like hooked up, you know, things to see like the nerve waves.
She did an MRI. I mean, every test possible. We thought we were covering our bases, and she was very depressed. She couldn't get out of bed pretty much because she couldn't walk.
I couldn't even walk on the hard floor. My mom would leave her slippers by the stairs
because it would hurt so bad to walk.
I would crawl in the morning getting ready for school to the bathroom because it would just hurt so bad. And so then I didn't want to go out with my friends because anywhere that I had to walk was just so painful. And like every doctor just said, "Wait it out. Just wait it out. It'll get better over time." But I kept saying, and I was telling them, I feel like it's getting worse.
The surgery was on her calf, but it was her foot that was hurting so bad, and nobody could understand that. They could not figure out the connection between the two. We need to see somebody else. And actually, I have a good friend, and she said, "Carrie, you need a second opinion." And she actually knew of Dr. Jarman.
And I was like, I really want to go. Like, can we please just one more time? Like, one more doctor, we'll try. If he says the same thing, like, we'll just wait it out like they say. And she agreed. And so on the way there, she's preparing me like, "Haley, please don't get your hopes up. Like, we've seen so many doctors, they've said the same thing. Like, he's probably gonna say just to wait it out, like there's nothing he can do." So when we first saw Dr. Jarman, when he first came in, I instantly felt like he cared. He went through so many tests with me, had me walking up and down the hallway.
And I felt like he didn't know exactly what it was. He kept saying, "I just feel like it's something higher. I feel like it's something up above the leg." And I remember him saying, "I don't know if I don't think I'm the one capable of fixing this, but I do know who could." He gave us the number of Dr. Ellison in Surprise, Arizona, and I called immediately I think maybe even that day on the way home from the office.
Yeah, we did. When we saw Dr. Ellison, he initially backed up what Dr. Jarman had said about he thought it was the scar tissue behind my knee as well.
And we scheduled surgery within
that day.
I mean, we scheduled it probably that day, and then he said, "You don't have a lot of time."
It was really early in the morning, the day of the surgery, and we're sitting in the waiting room, and I had like my eyes closed, or I wasn't paying attention because I was tired. And she was like, "Oh, hi."
He walked in the waiting room, and we looked up. We didn't know he was going to be there, and I looked up, and I was like, "Hi, I didn't know you were coming." And he's like, "Do you mind if I come in and sit and watch the procedure?" And I was like, "Not at all. Oh my gosh." We felt so good. And that was like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, and it meant a lot to me that I had only seen him for one appointment at that time, and he had followed us
To surprise.
to the surgery when
And was there when she woke up and was able to see her afterwards. We were done with Dr. Ellison. He had done everything he could do with the nerve entrapment. So then Dr. Jarman took her from that point to where we are today. She had a pin in her, had to put a pin in her big toe to straighten it out, and her second toe. And she just finished her last pinky toe a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
She is done, and she has a completely normal foot.
With feeling and with function.
Mobility and everything.
Yeah.
What are you able to do today versus what you could not do 3 years ago?
I can go to the mall. I can walk around stores. I can run.
Gym.
I can go to the
We ran in
gym.
a 5K to celebrate her normal foot again.
If it weren't for Dr. Jarman, I might not have had a left foot because my nerves were dying, and he saved.
He was the only one that knew how
He was
to,
the only one.
to find the solution.
Yeah.